Yo, therefore, yababiem. To them kind number say sikasem. Isikasem ne hu hia pa nti na Monday bia e wo ha ye isikasem hu adwuma no. And so your topics from kokra ma. Is America. What you ko actually?
Okay, me dia menti wa.
Okay. All right, yeah. Yo, your topic in here, why we think every rich person is doing fraud. You see, okay. Ti ebehwe na yaka ho asem na ye de aye your host Patrick Benfi ene Kwasi Kankam ene de topic we ebro. Kwasi mechiao.
Yeah, for me fin patch am joso.
Yo yankoswe. Ene wo bibi kakra bi ma yansa ne atoa so ana.
And mo bibi kakra about African history no. And African history no asane because the ancient chief for any ahwefo baby a wohwe free bia de bia ba edi kan African history last week I say enko kan I think last 2 weeks or last week actions of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, and then also the speech of Mawa Addis Ababa, Ethiopia in the year 1963 and at the end of the year Nkrofo Nubia. So and at the end it's more about white supremacy and then distorted African or black history. Yeah, Nkrofo Bako, a German philosopher. The other one is a British historian. German philosopher between the year 1770 to 1831 or Tennessee, in the George Wilhelm Friedrich Hegel. As I say Africa has no history and did not contribute to anything that mankind enjoyed. Africa has no history and did not contribute to anything that mankind enjoyed. And the other person or British, you didn't the Arnold Toynbee, and also in the year 1889 to 1975, and Tanasi. Or say when we classify mankind by color, the only one of the primary races which has not made a single creative contribution of value to any of our 21 civilization is the black race. There's a very we the Africa fire the art form crowd. When we listen to what the German guy in Kana or say Africans have not contributed to anything that mankind has enjoyed. And we know that several years ago, we are talking about 5,000, 10,000 years ago, we look at architecture, we look at engineering, we look at the person who was able to make the first prototype of the human brain, how tumor is in the brain. Imhotep, an Egyptian polymath. Sakwe Timitro Trosanimo egu Pratemwa. Etimi ma we hu se obi yare a yesi, obi esi a yesi, obi esi a yesi. Even cesarean section crowd was in there. Sterilization of surgical equipment was in there. All those things were in there. And into how or why do you then say that Africans have not contributed to anything mankind has enjoyed? Even the Greeks, Hippocrates and a father of medicine, which is not true, because Hippocrates, who is from Greece, the Greek acknowledges Imhotep as one of their god of medicine in the name of Asclepius. So then the question is, why do you say that they've not contributed to anything to civilization? Irrigation at the Nile River civilization, the irrigation alongside the River Nile. It was the black Egyptians. So the genesis of so many complex things that we see today, science, math, and all those things, majority of them originated from Africa. Pythagoras meaning Africa. But then they will constantly talk about these things, the negativity. Senior Beya, Ebema idea who atofom. Antini eba tembia ne say you recommend book be a unya ho akokan. You recommend video be a unya ho akokan so that it will boost your confidence, so that you also not accept the lies that have been sold to us and has become a pseudo truth, which in natural fact, and correct. To you be near Juhudi, so on anonymous de Kessia, and also bit me de Kessia, but you need that knowledge and history to reshape and then decolonize your mind. Thank you.
That's it. Microphone or be a fasciative. Said the way say I can say no, because say a grow and so BBB any effect or so. Any effect or so pa because me na bia it's a fee say we assess ya no omo anya hwede a na say so fa so de bi ni okra it is all shy na ma say de bia na amanfo bi wo ka say hwe bro ni di onim nyansa o just we hu say bi eyi ke no ke anya say yeah because him say na mani na na yaje atum te say de ka no say omo na omo aye niam nyina kakra me kra minim so no say in the olden days no kra no niam be on my inventions be on my buyer that time no say be a institution be no more yeah the head of the institution no and if fan say on inventing yeah and so now omo mo hye na se a omo ankasa eya niam no na be on mo tuntum na nya no kra tuntum fo aye niam bebre blacks aye niam bebre a yibu bebre kra e ka chewa wonjin dia na say enya wo say en kra no mo ye African Americans especially so invent so many things maybe na make to say they invent you break dance and
yeah, only that we are free guy back or a Kendall a be publish here. It talks about some of the major inventions by black men. Me pay dinner next week is here. Even car spark plug. It was invented by an African, but one patented, so they found a way to own it.
Yep, very true.
Yeah.
And anyone be bureaucrat but could be about this, I think to go lease. Otimia internet Africa free near the you know, they've constantly using their power, money and power to suppress us. You know, and you're true, cry. I can't say maybe no big I say, and can yet your friend say, and yes, so Babu Chana could say Bruni so edge me. When you say Bruni so edge me, I'm saying, when you say Bruni, the way different cry, just say, there's no way or no Bruni, just say, who no say, which you move be blown up to now. You a bro for to say the omu yenyame. Watch I did cry it me can so cross right now. Your friend is saying, Brunia, sign coffee because we yame. Yeah. Because a sign money now, this is because a grow and so any effect. You know, first no which I believe say even some villages in Ghana still or more yes I don't know. Because Bruni, no beard in a chinkre in a chiki. You know, I think say now in the cities no more yet, but I think the villages no those things are still going on. Or I didn't hear official who yami cry and which is who be that. Hey, you know. It's yes, see a bit church yasifo moba na almost what is especially in Krana or more bruchin. So saying Krana or more bruchin. Almost at this woman who maybe say ya. Person better be moon.
Yes.
Person better be moon who maybe say na a young way pay. We say ha nyom de beam. Person ko. Person free hakra. You know. Eti by yanka say but said the canon. History now crossing is your friends say your cool school now, yes, history bia uncle dibia no hayana. You started free your friends in slavery, only history started free. You know, only started free. Meanwhile, too, no, na nyama be bro on man was you. It is well per se person hudi as African, person hudi a bit me a ama why successful. Oh, be BMA, and yes, he can't come be BMA, or so who be our free bar, because who be our free bar. Now, whom yama on ananum, aya, and yes, it became invention crana, the way I no musity, the way I no musi yama. Who bet yama be brass, who bet didn't cry, yamasa, you know, a bow ama, so only dear, Emma will boom for be bree, yama do about welcome many idea. Na with what dream now say hey America crack anything animal now so what you see ya be jai animal now yo and then your friend is saying your topic and why we think every rich person is doing fraud. You see when it comes to especially a general concept be about how a man feel about sikafo especially if I said maybe I'm in a way there capitalist society. Wealth is not shared equally. Yes, any unim dear, any senior, unti ase or capitalism musitie, nebeti because ubia wo the ability so betimi akwa make more money. It is a society bisa mu kra na ho no kra no ya na inequality very very the margin was soro ntino ema amanfo bibiri ehun ne say as sikafo anaso mo di financially no either say omo edi enuru meka enuru ameka tse bia drug anase omo ye fraud anase omo ye omo trimu eden omo nyeska omo muaw ensem bibiri ya yeka for omo na omo ye sisifo ne saa niema ni nyina wo ba ye part no crowd ya no crowd wi asifo nyina crowd ye de obi kra say nyeska kra no nya no kra na omo de ye ne de fraud. I quite remember saying che bia na me ne ye enu bi ba ko ni di nkomo about how Ghana for at least amomo Ghana omo bo mo de niska because papa wa ko bi enenu di me pese me bodi a wo sika pa o Ghana che se utim se nyema to yi ma no ni panis na why yes an nyema ni bida so mention names omonyeska o Ghana wati umudin to umudin sisi a wo hwe ikrum obi be catch or say nipa no oye nruda ana say connection bi na sika your friend say yi bi and wo koye whilst say make that concept in general yeah the man is different and then no kwa ma even the west no cry no sometimes you be nyeska sana omo hwehwe ni nsem so ha onyeska omo hwehwe nsem sa
yeah
eti bibia abeya ade da ho enti the good the reason why it's so important and it's so good for us to talk about this ne say ama ebi mu kra fi say onyeska bibi kra nye we community no onyeska hu hia say obi nyeska bibiri because obia ye sikani bia a bad person. Yes, it is an dream there, and I say, technically, so we Christian, and I say we are religious, who has so been because we are a bad person. Because I say who has so been because she can be a bad person, and a bit of the omo modern, no I excuse say. I say sikanye and nyema bibre be kan fa ho sika ye say we say so many things efa ho. And it is so important say we talk about this topic na manfo enya ntiase say enye sa na tie misconception manfo wo about sa nyema nyina na hwema wiase nyina nipa bibre sa na dream face ka ho ba ye krum nkasa kra de sa dream fefe kra bi kra de sa de nye ne fraud no kra na ye sa de duru sembata ho okoji schedule we oku bi hwe unso nya sika na ne maami wuye a whole lot of stories e be ka fa ho enti in conclusion me pekese nya di medi ne ye na me nya kakra ma eye ba hwe anya sa na wo se we ase ni sa na wo se etna bi ne kan wo se the stock house of wealth is abundance. The stock of wealth is so abundance to extent say we as say 8 billion or 9 billion ubi abetimenya 10 billion each am say scan kra no the stock house no e bia sa aka wo inti the o say say sa misconception and I say sa notion ayenya about money no de bia ye yes ade no ema ebi mu dia alaba anti no oh you know more money because when you ska obey bad person and now no so person go heaven unsa it you person go heaven now you bad person and you be catch all the eye your friends say the needle eye and the thread you must eye exams nina eti and then you be na ya pempem ni atiase say sa adwen na yenya no ebe ya nke nyi free etrim because say opese uhia bibi ewu wiase ana say in life no se ne ya adwen esitie no say uhia bibi na say o fight against certain na that thing will never come to you. It will never come to you. So you fighting against say na escafo iska wo so pese onyeska entinade na pese onyeska bia wo de bia wo kan ba things about escafo tin ya start yen hwe na wo bibi kan sa na ya toa
Oh, me cry. Yeah, na me Madam Fumina.
Uh-huh.
Although he's a very hardworking a nurse by profession, but I'm telling you, on now on the pizza brand, on the normal club, be our be on your dentist, but our be dental clinic.
Mhm.
And last time they didn't come on, I was like, enye hizo Ghana nkwa na onye ska na onye aba kubiasha na abodam no
Oh,
amaya because wako jisika dro ase Ghana nkwa na onye ska na wo kwazi biasha na
I said
abodam
that, but obi ofi on my sada. I
obi
be there say,
ase na abodam
hey, that's a dear aquano. Hey, who's any other board man?
onye
Nisika
ska
basaro. Hey,
enye
oh,
easy.
hmm,
Hmm.
yo.
Wow, all right.
Okay, so the kind of topic here, why we think every rich person doing fraud. Imperative, we learn this.
Yes, fantastic. And then manage a topic, also, senior can we've been, and that is why we always bring the history. So suspicion is our default setting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, share before Obinya Sika. The first thing that we would want to think about is, oh, Aquari, we're from, oh, we're from the Yamani 10 years, so usually we assume that the person is doing something shady, like ebia or no money, ebia okura politics, mtina wenyeska, common one cry sakawa, and that one is prevalent among young ones. If your young ones be bro hard, genuinely they are working so hard. They are testimony be free, Mr. Benako. And then the driving force is some sort of knowledge that they have that is causing the difference. So in the end, can we've been educated against ourselves. Why is it that Mark Zuckerberg will become a millionaire or a billionaire in the age 30 or 30 plus, mid 30s? No, a billionaire. But and only when you say you're okay, it's fine. We don't suspect him, we don't do anything. But then the same age, how he be now a Ghana, you because he be our frame and I say he be a or he be bonny be. So that thing has become like it has become a cancerous cell. It's spreading very quick. Into one repra unu more hokra na se bako enye sika one hwe a ehona yetimi frɛw first kwasi nansi out to kwan na why then when you but they are not looking at the hard work that a person did. Maybe o too kwan no and I say o free fee no call baby for no. He's worked so hard, he's putting the effort to make money.
Mm-hmm.
Then you are looking at the negative side, and it is all you'll be not when Jine pana only resilience. I want to share be made because nobody believes what you've made. Yeah, esikafo bebree ba omo se bia na oton nsuo okwan ho no oru chance no isi enye ni nyina na bia ye no like 100%, but I believe the moral story behind that is they are trying to tell you that they worked so hard and they had lowly moments. So whenever they are talking about these things, let's take it as an inspiration. When you see people, especially young ones, making it in life, when you see your uncle, your family members making it in life, don't just suspect say ebia wawura baby. So wawura baby also betimi awura ho. But rather we should rather encourage them and humble ourselves to learn from whatever thing that they are doing that is yielding results.
Yep. Because I quite remember say very few times I'm at sad, Charlie, this is here no yes go we dear Sakawa, and Sakawa, I don't know Sakawa dear Wakwakoji Sikadru, right? Sakawa, and I say
invoice no. Yeah, it's a credit card, be your client or your client. Now more yes,
It's so many things about that. So sometimes there may be someone said now kana then Bureau Ebia America Ocean years away the Odineska. Mika say same time na Madam because so say had the end me check you say I didn't free hand mo shasi na start here the anything. But here system no. You don't check so that's animal now.
right.
That is how your system ye come baby nka say and check you be well ta wenya ya paper to aha taxes near the crown and my mouth for Sanya Maniamano. Yes, sometimes it be a suspicion, but any none it is her. And any none it is her. By what do we do? Ye generalizing, not especially because I see you feel. And yet, was he?
Unyes Ghana or Vasibia
Shadab, cry, you know. Eti, idea was here show asem kai. You cannot always fighting against something you want.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things are especially motivators, motivate among for no come simple. You can. That's how our brain is. As an now permanent frame, you see what you focus on enlarges. Inti if upiskana de bia se uhu bi o ska jan we dey draw jan we dey draw sa no adwen so katro inti kura na say ma wonye wo ho anya adwuma because se wonye sa draw na o yi ni bia na say wonye sa fraud na o yi ni bia na say wonye we na wonim say okura wonye ska no that point no inti it's about hard time I o see you who free sa na man you start thinking your friends say positively. The next thing very yipaye. You say hard work is underrated. Shortcuts are overrated. Many don't believe in the power of discipline, consistency, or smart planning. You say, you see, almost a success leave trace, right?
Yes.
See, sometimes anything I do, I make a be crazy for much more than because what it is, sometimes you say it's so easy or so simple, say. I don't know will be empty me be. What is your mention? It be more sign on because if you say we are 1, 2, 3. We 1 plus 2 3. So what I say. It you know I don't know. One must be 1 plus 2 3. Now they won't mean 1 plus 2 3 maybe. But at the same time they also say be a pursue you or be any pursue follow the process by ye a process. A process. You see how many times what to say, oh, hey, share we see Anunieska. Few times. And the BB we win lottery or no win lottery in a Wenyeska. You know, there's a saying we say, so we share the way you see it's easy for lightning to strike you than winning a lottery. How many times what is it lightning strike you be? How many times I will buy yes what is it? It's lightning shares you be so. And that happen and so see a easier chance say lightning best strike you done. So be winning lottery. In other words, no, you have to go through a process when you want to be successful financially. A process by now you per se you're winning without going through the process now. It doesn't work that way. One, we need that discipline. You need that discipline because say we need sika bounce all the time. Not say scanning nana. And now they are that you hear this over and over and over again about people making 300,000, 500,000. How munyeska? Let me mention names Tyson, Mike Tyson. It would be any will make you over 500 million. But at the end, no, then it's a NASA. You will be sure I know make it be 50,000 a year. Throughout in the life in Yano, you crana true in the life in your year Juma for 30, 40 years now. Maybe as you can know, you cry in Yakra, and it plus taxes be a count crown and Rubia 5 million. It's not the panel. It's me, yet to be a free me there. Still, no, to me, say, would be consistently in that discipline. More. It's one, you need that discipline, which in me and that's our discipline. And a shortcut. You see, especially this generation, this Gen Zs. Yeah, that is so funny. You see, you go online, you go, your friends say, social media. When we away, and I'm a die, sir, I'm a beach be, yeah, and I'm ye. Oh, no, or told me, oh, because yes, sir, I'm a beach, sir. Then I started doing again, and I'm ye, sir, no more count. Sir, no more can't you know these Gen Zs per se, quick and no my ye. The names, sir. Omanyeska, Mamifa Warren Buffett, any example. Warren Buffett is one of the best and as one of the people who are the greatest investors our year timing. But this guy has been investing for 8 decades now. Yeah. He's about 96 or so now. About 8 decades. So starting investing when he was 12 years. Look at Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett or average in investment or average 22. 22 in a lifetime in now, the S&P 500 and other stock markets, no, in the S&P 500 those no has been averaging about 10%. Warren Buffett is we super 22. But there was this statistician, Jim something, Jim Crow, he was my guy. That guy was averaging about 57 or 56%.
Wow.
But look at this. By the wealth never came close to Warren Buffett. Why? Because that guy started investing around 30.
Mm-hmm.
Around 30 years, no, started to invest. But because Warren Buffett started at the age of 12, no, look at, after the 50, 60, and a guy knows, no, this is 65 and also retire. But this guy is still working. Within this period, he said the wealth is about 165 billion or so.
Yep.
Yeah. But guess what? Was starting investing at the age of 12, or hitting the millions, the friends and the billions, no, or it take that and say 50 years up and some not starting to those things. It tells you, say, such shortcut is overrated. I'm talking of people they are following the principle, success principle. Who follow, Obi Abisa say, oh no, say the but it was a matter of when. What you say? Because we need to obey because we need to follow the principle. So these are principles are there. They are success principle are obey follow gradually. Men rush it. Many a times here pentem do it to make a call. For the stock exchange craft, for example, so we invest in 100,000. We invest it now every month. I will start to invest it. $100 $100, right? We started to invest $100. The first 12 months, which is 1 year, is I invested 1,002.
Yeah,
we are 10% also crazy. It was the first year, second year, third year. We said, I didn't say money because our investment is great. But we said, all of a sudden, we drew back 10 years. Constantly, we yes had and we this almost as if I didn't picture all these are principles, all these are discipline. Because how many people in me invest constantly, consistently for some period of time? We have to go by the principle. Now, the good thing about those things is that when you start doing all these principle things, you start following all these rules. It drew maybe I feel like I said the winner cast as a work with this schedule. Because the man started especially stock exchange. And I say, even if you are your friend say, yeah, I'm on we live on so many on credit, you say if you start dropping all these credit, you start paying off all your credit, you start paying off all your debt, then you don't have a car loan anymore. You don't have student loan anymore. You don't have any personal loan anymore. Your credit card, you don't have anymore. Look at what happens. All of a sudden, every month you bring about 6,000 home. Next can and so all of a sudden, that 6,000 you pay your house and I say your rent, mortgage or rent, your groceries. It's all of a sudden if you are starting up 3,000 every month. Now we save 3,000 every month. 12 months, you say 36,000, right? Another 12 months, we become 70 something. If you're not investing that money, right away, you are about 2 years, you are 80,000. Then you never get this, and you probably be able to come here for so many years. A year for 40 years, or retirement money 80,000. And all these are principles you have to follow, and you do not have to rush. And I made them and a Bitcoin. I believe that crypto has come to stay with us. It's not going anywhere. But at the moment, any track record, BIA good. It's still speculation. Somebody can just get up and say, "Ne, crypto ever drop it, and power was drop it." But I mean, say I stay, and so I know say it's not going anywhere. But I will see. I was so we invest. I was so be a good track record. I be for 80 years. Then 50 years. Am I a constant? Sanya mano, and I was so to me. Mommy and Rashi Bibri. Rashi, the time to me about how I can say, I get so many calls. Oh, be free. Oh, Nana, 20,000 be 20,000. No, I didn't meet me within be a bear 40,000. The next be a bear 6 months. Wow. Diga, who's like our 40 or so. And yet sanity. Yana Mofu say, even crown when it comes to invest in this animal, a sikafu special bibia or more invest to a son normal one nabi. They said they can especially for investing in these stock market ni ade no very boring. About if you say boring, they do dollar cost averaging index fund and one motor. He said you'll be out on be maybe special one be, but imagine said why you drew a point be or 5 million or the money 10%, 50,000.
Yeah.
500,000, right?
Yeah.
But 50,000, be my saying about 5,000.
5,000.
What is the channel? It's the more we ye corner. Now fee no sani money name be. Please, mama me and Rashid be pray. Go back. No share to say your papa say kwame. Yes, sir. Started building and some do see auto cars now, auto now. Won't tear see our person to be see. You see, success is money you didn't use. Sorry, wealth. And I say rich. Why are rich now? Wealth is the money you did not use. And also TRC because you use money now. You hear people are almost splashing money, no, almost person almost front money no me who know. I don't need success, and I don't need the wealth, no, but the ones they didn't use, no, and they wealth, no, and also a graduate, they do be draw. Go back, these big names, look at all these big names now. Amazon, Bezos, started 85,
yep.
95, Oba, sa. If you do baby nothing, and yet one day now, yes, once a while, one day, one the BBP, but that is not a plan. And it's a real plan. Now you have to be very smart in planning. You cannot just go just like that. You need a blueprint. See, maybe Amika say when it comes to finance, you blueprint a budget. We need that. For maybe two people so. Say Dana, the person me drew, send me for so me drew. What mean sorry, so walk. You see, maybe a term Jesus Christ, crack. We see why no go sit down one plan and say, no kwakusi. I'm out for crabestro. What is the MHN? You need that plan, hard work, and this uncle for Nechi, no TBTB. And look, sometimes they fake beach, who's that? Background, I want to beach, who's the MHN? What TBTB, you know, why you say, oh, the BSA, the Scariabas, who's with the Mikano Kwakuibi? Be fail. Men caticones. You see, who started so caticones, but started so dinner man so be do baby no. Yes, who started so caticones, but was a cones na catamount.
Yes.
Because we follow the rules na be do baby no. Na niam na do so amount, dey can say take you 4-5 years no. We dey started so can be a me go back no kwako no. Most after 4-5 years no. Most afi niam na here kesi ni hwehwe ni ade. See? So don't cut corners. Now believe we say the discipline and one thing about it, you have to follow the rules that make smart decisions, smart planning for maybe two people.
Right.
What will be an next one?
I think some part no care about discipline, consistency, you know, any smart planning, you know. My dream be seen that I no share about I think Bill Gates and then Warren Buffett. Now Bill Gates papa busam like ne busam question be what is common among them. They said focus. I think focus encompasses discipline, consistency, and a smart planning. And they are their matrices. So we got to be very focused if we really want to create wealth and stop cutting corners anyhow.
Yeah. Before so crowd, my mission is to share investment. I calculate you one. My interest for say sometimes no, and yet dig no do be bia.
Yeah.
Me person me share you no me share we wa your investment calculator be wa right. Say about okay, investment calculator. You share deal right. Means so be huni see. We are trying to invest. We started from 25 years. Now, the first year, 26 years, right? You started with zero. You started see the first of the 500 a month to home. Now, you be at 10%. 10%. You see, if you do first year, you contribute to 6,000. You grow for now, see 282 in total. You 6,282. That's the first year. So look at some of this 6,000 at all. I mean, 288. Why fear? Because is it even worth it? Right? You call all the way to maybe 5 years into my 30, right? the 30, if you hear the same thing, look at this, right? Still, maybe so sure, maybe I'm the arrow no contribution. No, yeah, the 30,000 so far, 6 years, no, yeah, the 30,000 at all. Look at the growth I about so 8,000. Still, now, that's what dream some way. Until you can see, say, I say, still, no, yes, I'm trim kakrani shadi, right? But it's a trim young call be 40 years. That's a thing, invest 15 years.
Yeah.
It is already the 15 years now you invest here. Look at it be more. See they saying at all. At the 90,000. But look at the growth now started ban. Which shall say when it comes to those things now, a time, discipline, consistency. So all of a sudden about now no the investment now the 90,000. 117 which we did not put in but look at the time it take you 15 years.
Yep.
From there no would the science add another 10 years that time 50 years so maybe some we say and I the opposite they invested that music so what the 25 now to me you see now with the 50 years the new 50 is the new 50 is the 30 now. As African Abbey started, bra. Now look at this. When you invested 25 years, look at what the 150,000 now to 513 you did not put in. It's a time also turbo now invested gradually. And you cannot tell me, say, at the age of 25, I'm investing 500. I'm still 50 years, 25 years now. I never increased it. No, it doesn't happen. And yet they will be increasing because if you look at the numbers, at the moment I started to see numbers now. And if you are doing that, that means throughout your life in your crown, you didn't even get like increment in the air. So that means that's where no you and then I will say we get but look at what is going on. You did not put in this. You did not put in 530 one fashion to the way 150 no. You see, this is just we make another way so a perception we need say is that is why it's so imperative for you to start early. So we invest it. It's a so we need to start investment and start now. And you will example. There are so many investors who may invest in other companies, who may invest in other businesses. So many things. But so also we invest in your share now pay nkwana abegye and yet because they say we are saying one crown. Nyama be honuma if you want the so called amount for making more money in a crown. They are struggling, right?